We did it. We we're at the end. If y'all not ready for this year to be over, make some noise. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome, and please do us the honor and favor in joining the family today. Before we begin today's reading, you guys, I just want to say a few things. We are about to wrap this year up, but I definitely wanted to just reflect on some things that I'm certainly grateful for. This year was not the easiest. I would say this year and last year was definitely my toughest year of my whole entire life. However, on the bright side, I'm grateful for the relaunch of this channel, and I'm grateful for those of you guys who had stuck by me and supported Candy Tarot in any way that you could have. And I thank you for the engagement. I thank you for the wishes or just the beautiful messages. And I'm just so grateful for the camaraderie, because I have to be honest with you guys, if it wasn't for you guys, and if it wasn't for the connection that we share here on Candy Tarot, I don't know where I would be. And I'm just talking about from mentally. And so I need you guys to know that, because I know you guys probably don't think maybe commenting or liking or just even, being engaged with the contact means anything to me, but it actually means everything to me. And so I just wanted to thank you guys so much, and I hope that you are enjoying your holidays safely, of course. And if you're like me, you're ready for what's to come in 2022, and hopefully you're hopeful. But also shout out to y'all who showed up to my, I guess, surprise Christmas stream. I had so much fun, and we gave out free readings. And I thank you guys for the donations as well. It wasn't necessary, but I thank you guys as well. But like I said, I am ready to wrap this year up, and we're about to do a new video in response or in regards to that. So if you remember last video, I said that our topic was, what is the last major blessing of the year? Well, this is kind of like a continuation, and so we're going to be asking Spirit, what is the first major blessing of the new year? So hopefully this is going to be some things that you already know, it's in the work, or something that you've already worked on, but there could be a few surprises that you may not know is on your way. But it's just meant to get you excited. It's just meant to get you in the more optimistic mood as we step into this new year. So with that being said, you guys, please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with the black tourmaline. We also have pile number 2 with the Sol Delight, pile number 3 with green adventuring, and pile number 4 with the clear quartz crystal. So with that being said, please choose with your intuition and not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? Welcome to your reading. We're about to discover what is the first major blessing of the new year. The cards that they gave us are the 2 of Pentacles. We also have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords. We have 5 of Swords. Conflict and despair, I believe, or conflict and defeat, I'm sorry. We have number 4, perseverance. We have Father, healing. We have relax, everything's okay. We have do some research. We have don't stop. And this card that we'll get into later, and this is for those who picked the black tourmaline stone. All right, you guys, so I'll be honest with you. What I'm feeling first and foremost is I'm feeling the frustration. I'm feeling the almost even anger, maybe at the universe or maybe at just your current circumstance. I'm also feeling this is my pal who definitely have been waiting for like something to happen, like maybe all their efforts haven't necessarily bear any fruit at the very moment, but this is my group of pal who's been through some things, and I see a very ambitious group, but I also see that a lot of things that are happening are beyond your control, and I also see that a lot of things that the universe is doing for you, it's a special case in which other factors need to play a part. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if there's something that the universe wants you to achieve as far as like career related, sometimes the other people involved also have to align, and that could take some time as well. So you have to understand, sometimes it's not something that you're doing wrong or something that you're not doing that is a factor as to why things are not progressing as you feel like they should. Sometimes it's just beyond our control, and sometimes the universe wants us to just pretty much just let it go and just give it to God or give it to Source. And in the meantime, just trust that things are happening for the best. So I feel like this is definitely that group. But I have to tell you, 2022, there's definitely going to be a significant change or significant tangible proof that you were always on the right path. And in fact, I feel like there's going to be, it feels like a contract of some sort, a negotiation or a contract. I see you signing something to where now you will be able to have what feels like a steady income that you would consider to be quite stable. Because that's the issue for you, is that you haven't been financially stable for a very long time. And the universe is not working against you. They're actually working with you to actually attain this in the next year. So let's begin. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, this is about balance, of course, but once again, I see negotiations. This is referring to something that you may have already been working on. This is something that you probably already know about. I almost feel like this is something that you even put on the back burner at one point, because maybe it didn't necessarily become the success that you thought it would within the time frame that you probably gave it. But I see you guys weighing the options as to what to do next, and I feel like you guys are going to be choosing between two paths when it comes to your career. I'm not entirely sure if these two paths are related. It could literally be like, okay, one side is becoming a doctor like mom and dad wanted me, or one side is actually doing entrepreneurship, which is something that I really want to do. That's just an example, but I'm just saying I do see like two paths that are going to be opening up for you in the next year, and you're going to choose one that's best for you. This for you, or the next year is definitely about achieving a sense of stability, more calmer waters. Next year is going to be a lot smoother year for you. Now, it's not to say that you're not going to have, maybe some bumps in the road, but the point is, as far as finances, it's going to be a lot more easier for you the next year. And because there's going to be, like, what I feel, two opportunities that's going to be headed your way, and I don't see that you can do both. I don't see that you have the option to do both. It's either one or the other. Now, this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is referring to, for a lot of you guys who are entrepreneurs, this is a card that indicates that this is something that you already planted the seeds to. And this is the year in which it's finally going to bear fruit, it's finally going to blossom. This is also for those of you guys who are very heavy into manifestation. This is a indicator that your manifestations weren't forgotten or denied, okay? They were always ordained for you. It was just a matter of when it's the right time. But yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, they're also saying that for a lot of you guys, this is like a passion project that you kind of lost passion for. And it was because the trajectory of success wasn't happening for you. And, you know, I'll just say that this is definitely common when it comes to following your dreams or following your passion, especially if it's non-traditional. And I also have to tell you this as well. Sometimes, and I don't like this, but it happens. Sometimes the universe will test you, test your resolve, and test your commitment to a particular dream that you have or a particular goal that you have. And so I really feel like 2020 or this last year or this year that we're closing up was definitely a trying time for you when it came to this. I see a lot of you guys even questioning whether or not you're on the right path. And I have to tell you, you are on the right path. But like I said, some of you guys we're going through like a trial. And in the next year, I keep saying 2022, but I really am trying to make this video timeless. So this is just the new year, whenever you decide to watch this. But in the new year, I see you regaining that passion back for this. And it's going to be because of some tangible proof in the 3D that proves to you and shows you that you've been on the right path. So this could be a new contract like I foresaw, or a new job, or just a boost in sales or boosting clients. I'm also seeing that for some of you guys, there could be like a partnership as well, of someone who maybe believes in your dream or believes in your vision, and maybe all you needed was just someone who can properly execute that with you. Yeah, I just feel like with your success, especially your idea of the pinnacle of success, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of factors, and I think as far as you just need to continue to do what you're doing, regardless of, you know, whether or not you know what the result or the outcome may be. Just as long as you continue pursuing your dreams or your passion, I don't see the universe forsaking you at all. But like I said, there's other parts and there could be other people who may play a huge part in the new year when it comes to attaining your success. Here we go. The next card that we have is the Two of Swords. This is it. This is the moment of contracts for you, because they're showing me also the Justice card, which could also indicate like contracts or negotiations. But this is it's like two opportunities happening, coming your way, and you are literally in the crossroads of where you should go. It's going to be the one that feels the most right to you. Now, this is not about the one who's going to make you the most money, even though that could definitely be a lot. That could be the same as the option that is more passionate for you, but it's really the one that makes you the most excited, the most passionate, and the one that you would feel more emotionally fulfilled at. So those are some of the things that you really have to still keep at the forefront, even though money is clearly the major factor, which is not a problem, but Spirit is still advising you to keep, you know, your heart and your emotions and your passion as the top priority or the top factor when it comes to choosing which path. Yeah, this is a game changer type of opportunity for you. Now we also have number 5. This is the 5 of Swords. There is going to be, I get the sense that the decision that you're going to make is not going to make everyone happy. I'm not sure why they're telling me that, but I feel like it's not going to make everyone happy. But who cares? Who cares? The question is, are you happy? So what I'm getting is that for some of you guys, there could be maybe a major conflict when it comes to, like, especially like family or parents. You know how some parents are. They don't necessarily believe that their children should have, you know, mind of their own or desires of their own. And a lot of times what parents mistakenly do is pretty much, you know, preordain what their life is going to be before they're even born, you know what I mean? And a lot of times they find out that that's not what's going to happen. That's just an example, but I get the sense that some people may not be happy, and this can really be maybe the person that you don't, or the path that you don't choose. The people involved in that path are not going to be happy. You know what I mean? And this is really Spirit's message, letting you know, like, yo, it's not about them; it's about you, and if you're happy. This could also indicate some of you guys, this is the hardships that you've dealt with in regards to this particular project or this particular field or goal. And once again, they're saying that it wasn't you. It was more so other people or other factors that have yet to step up to the plate, or yet it's not time. Basically, it's divine timing. They're also showing me the Judgment cards. Once again, it's divine timing is playing a huge part. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but one of the hardest things about this human experience is really getting used to being uncomfortable sometimes in the unknown, and just having the faith and trust to lead you. So, and I feel like that was the lesson that you needed to learn, and I feel like a lot of you guys have learned that, and it's going to be rewarded in the next year. To further emphasize that, we also have number 4, which is perseverance. Once again, the emphasis or the big theme for the next year is going to be stability. Sorry for that plane that's about to fly over our heads, but we're still going to continue. But yeah, this, once again, the number 4 indicates stability, and that is the major theme. Because you've been on shaky ground this entire time, or for a while, and this is what the universe is helping correct. Perseverance, once again, speaks about your willpower. You may not know it, but you are a lot stronger today than you were maybe months before, or maybe even last year. You're a lot stronger today, and you need to give yourself credit because of that. And you are not forgotten, once again, because I kind of feel like for some of you guys who are watching this, feel kind of forsaken by the universe, feel betrayed. And although the Spirit is validating those feelings, they're also trying to explain why some of the things had to happen in the way that it did. And not to be discouraged, but to actually still be optimistic and hopeful. All your efforts, all the hard times are not going to be for naught. The next card that we have is Father Healing. It says your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. This could literally mean that there could be some ongoing issues when it comes to a particular father figure or parental figure. This could also highlight maybe the possible example that I gave you earlier, or they gave you earlier, in which maybe not everyone's going to be happy in your decision, And this could be a father figure, which once again, who cares? Like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, or it's just that I'm just not a fan of people living their life for the sake of their parents. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not. And so that could be an issue. But I'm also seeing for some of you guys, there is going to be like someone like a mentor who's coming through as like a partner, and it's really meant to not only encourage you and lift you up, but to really show you how to execute this project or this particular goal in mind that you have to new heights. This is like a mentor. Like, they're also showing like the Hierophant card, like a mentor. But others, you guys, yeah, this could be a literal father who is playing an intricate part in this particular path of yours, and it could be necessary to really smooth some things out. But like I said, if it has anything to do with maybe the disapproval in your career choices or your goals, then I have to say respectfully, who cares what this person has to think? So whatever it is for you, they're also saying that because they're showing me the Eight of Wands, things are definitely going to pick up after this is resolved, or after this person comes in as a mentor for you. Next card that we have is relax. Everything is okay, or everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all going to be fine. I know these are words that are very hard to believe, especially when you don't necessarily see it, and that's one of the curses of being a human in the 3D experience. But once again, I know for you guys, it's just been like maybe a year or maybe a few months of just nothing physically happening in regards to your career or in regards to you attaining stability. But I see in the next year, it's going to kind of make a 180 change to where you're going to be quite busy. Yeah. Next card that we have is do some research. This is referring to when you get to a point of the crossroads where you're offered. I'm seeing like two opportunities. This could literally even mean like maybe your previous career to an entrepreneurship, whatever it is for you. They're requiring you to really make sure that the decision that you're making is not just for a check, but because you're actually going to love it and enjoy it, because you want to make sure that's at the forefront now. Because if you don't, you're going to get into a career and that's going to catch up to you. It's going to be a point in time, no matter how much money you're making or how successful you are, you're going to still feel a void or an emptiness. And that's what Spirit is really trying to avoid as well. So remember that. We have don't stop. Message from your angels. Don't stop. You are such a strong person. And I know you've heard this before, maybe from other tarot readers, but no. I have to be honest, not everyone could probably still have a glimmer of hope after what you've been through. But your spirit team and universe is not going to let you down. And I think at the very least in 2022, you're going to get some tangible indication that, everything's going to be just fine. And I think that's that's the only thing that you really need. You need some physical proof that everything will be fine. And you're going to at least get that. But I do see a busier year for you, for sure. The last card that we have is, hey, we got Bell. This is announcement. this could be, check your emails, make sure your phone is on, make sure your phone is not on silent. This could also mean some form of communication I'm seeing that pertains to your career or just your goals. I'm also getting that this is going to be some type of message that you need to hear that's going to reignite that passion of yours that some of you guys have already lost during this waiting period. But it's meant to inspire you. It's meant to encourage you. So look out for that, okay? So with that being said, pile number one, I see a completely different year for you. In the best possible way, though. It really feels like nothing was happening, then all of a sudden, everything's happening. And it may get a little bit overwhelming, but I think it's probably a great problem to have in this case, because I see you weighing the options of two great opportunities, financial opportunities, career opportunities, and you going with your heart and you going with your gut, and which is the right one for you, and then further propelling that throughout the year. So congratulations, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support within this past year for Kenny Tarot, and I am wishing you nothing but the best for this new year. And yeah, so if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 2? This is for those who picked the Sol Delight Stone. We're about to find out what is the first major blessing of the new year. So, the cards that they gave us are the Five of Swords. We also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. I have to tell you, for this group in particular, the spirits are kind of like it's, I guess a lot of things that are going to happen for you in the next year are going to be a surprise. So they're kind of like tight-lipped about a lot of it, but I'm trying to extract as much information as I can for you. Next card we have is number 6. This is material and spiritual prosperity. This is also the Six of Pentacles. We have number 26. This is love, partnership. 26 equals to 8. 8 is a symbol of abundance. We also have ready, set, go. We have curiosity. Springtime. We have yes. And this card I will get into later. So like I said, pile number 2, this group in particular, it does seem like Spirit is being a little bit more tight-lipped about what's to come, or at least what's the first major blessing for the new year. And that's typically because you're meant to be in the dark a little bit about it. So you may be a pile who doesn't know what the hell is going on, doesn't know what path I'm on. Like, I'm getting that type of feeling where you feel lost. But I would say that Spirit really wants you just to be comfortable with this unknown. Like, be comfortable with not knowing what the hell is going on. And I know that's hard. That's hard for me too, but it's something that when you do step into spirituality that you really have to grow accustomed to and really have to be content in. But you won't be in the dark for long. The new year, this is when it's going to actually finally show. Spirit is also saying, like, this is what we've been working on this whole entire time. I know you think we, abandoned you, but we didn't. And now we're about to finally show you. Now we actually have been given consent to actually show you what is going on. So I do see a lot of surprises. I have to say with you, there could be maybe, I see one major blessing, but there could be maybe another blessing intermingling with that. Like for example, the major blessing could be a new job, but within a new job, you find your next soulmate. I'm seeing like a twofer with you. But let's begin. The first card that we have is Five of Swords. So I feel like with you guys, what you could be doing for career or what you could be doing next as far as what will attain you stability, it may not necessarily be traditional. I'm feeling like I don't really feel traditional, but hey, it could be, I'm reading for a lot of people, it could be definitely be different, but what I'm seeing is that it could be somewhat controversial, and I don't know why, but this typically happens when someone may not agree to what you're doing. However, it's at the greatest benefit for you to do this. It's just going to make a lot of people unhappy, or make a few people unhappy. For some of you guys, this could be like a mother figure. Like this is like a mother figure who definitely is very opinionated, especially when it comes to you and your life. But it has to do with career though. It has to do with career. And I'm also seeing for some of you guys have been out of work for a very long time. And parents could be, or maybe just loved ones could be wondering, okay, like, what are you doing? How about you just get any old job? That's a tough bet. That's a tough battle to have, because especially if you have loved ones, they may suggest that to you, especially if you already have your heart set on maybe a particular path and it just has yet to really show any physical proof that this is the right path for you. It's very tough to really stand in your power and stand in your dream as courageous as you could be, especially when it's against people like your parents or just loved ones who just are encouraging you to drop that and go get a job at the corner store, go get a job at, and for you it's not about that. It's not just about making money. And that's a concept that a lot of people, especially older generations, can't seem to grasp, but that's okay. I almost feel like for you guys, you're kind of meant to break the mold. You're kind of meant to break away from traditions, and this could be like within family as well. You could have a whole family of doctors, but yet you're feeling more drawn to become a singer. You know what I mean? But the next card, Spirit is definitely saying your worries. Yeah. I really feel like there's like a mother figure. If not a mother figure, definitely someone who's like, it feels like feminine energy. But the key in knowing who this person is definitely their opinions, their words. It cuts deep. And it may come in, maybe this is something that they're saying that it's out of love, but the point is, I almost feel like it's doing the exact opposite that this person is saying that it's supposed to do. I'm getting like, once again, the example that they're throwing in my head is someone encouraging you to not go the path that is maybe the more difficult path. However, it's going to be the most rewarding path. They want you to take the more easier path that it's the low-hanging fruit, you know what I mean? And that could be a lot hurtful. That could be very hurtful because it can indicate that they're not supportive, or they're not, they don't believe in you. And that could be very hurtful. Oh my God, I can't believe they're playing that song in my head. Okay, so they're playing, I don't even know what the song's about, but No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana. I'm assuming that it's an empowering song that people listen to stop themselves from crying, but it's just spirit indicating. It's a spirit indicating that next year, this energy that you were currently in will be eradicated. No more worries. Yeah, this is something that I feel like you guys have already been working on. You've already planted the seeds, and it's just about time that it finally blooms and sprouts. This is something that you already know about, and you've already been working on. I think a lot of people around you already know that this is what you've been working on. Okay? And what happens with the Seven of Cups in reverse, what happens is that you are definitely left in this year that's closing out. You are feeling very vulnerable, feeling very confused on which path to take. But like I said, I see that actually before the new year, where you're going to gain a sense of clarity and you're going to be quite empowered. I'm not sure what's going to bring about this new surge of energy, but I see that happening before the year closes. So maybe this is something that you're actually going through right now. You're feeling very optimistic, and it's not by coincidence because you feel that something's about to change. And you're right. This is the Six of Pentacles. Material and spiritual prosperity. The Six of Pentacles is also an indicator that everything that you put into will actually come back towards you. This is a reciprocated. This card also means reciprocation, but I'm getting that the work that you've already put into will actually show in the 3D the results of that. And I'm also getting that for some reason you're going to get some help. I feel like you're going to get some help. Because I feel like for you, that's part of the issue as well. You don't have any, what feels like physical support. People in, of course, your spirit team are going to support you. Of course, the source and the universe is going to support you. However, it's different when it's someone who's actually also living in the physical human experience who can support you. And I feel like they're sending someone your way. Whether this person is going to be your next romantic partner or platonic partner remains to be seen, but there is going to be love there. Love partnership. This partnership in particular is coming together. You and this person, or you and these people are coming together because they're going to help you build abundance, attain abundance. Yeah. These are people who believe in your vision. These are people who are going to believe. It could be just a person, but I'm just reading in general. Yeah, it could be a person or it could be a group of people, but these are people who are going to give you that encouragement, who's going to give you the support you need, whether it's, material wealth or just emotional support that they can offer to you in order to make your dreams come to fruition. They're also saying this. This is the end of the cycle. This has been a tough cycle for you guys, but part of the toughness was also due to relationships. Once again, one person in particular, whether this could be like a parental figure or this could even be an ex. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, this could be an ex, and I could see for some of you guys are getting rid of this ex, or someone who's going to be an ex. Like, I'm not someone who's going to be in support of trying to, ruin relationships. However, I gotta say what I feel and what they're saying. If you're in a relationship and your partner does not support your endeavors or your dreams, this is the relationship that they're referring to that's going to be on their way out. Because this is what they're trying to push away, is people who are going to continue to try to keep you in this Nine of Swords type of energy. And we're going to make room for people who are going to lift you up. So if you are in a relationship now that is with a person who really doesn't show much encouragement or even interest in your dreams or endeavor, this is a type of person that their spirit is trying to push out. Because we're talking about real love here. Real love, which may be romantic or platonic, depending on who you are. I'm feeling more so it's going to be people, a support group or people that you may be working with, maybe you may be in business with, that are truly going to give you that energy that you need in order to really make your dreams of abundance come true. I'm gonna say for some of you guys could have even broke up with someone recently and you've been feeling like you missed them. And it's that conflicting energy of, should I go back or should I go? I feel like you're going to gain some clarity of what you want, what you should do, even though I feel like you already know what you should do. But for the most part, I feel like there's going to be, they're moving people away from you that are not necessarily on the same vibration as you and bringing other people in, which is a blessing in itself. I keep wanting to go to the next card, but they keep talking about this card. Yeah, I almost feel like, okay, so I got to talk about it. They want me to talk about it, so I will. I have to tell you this. If you guys are in relationships, especially if you identify as, because this could be in any real type of relationship, but I see this more in heterosexual relationships where there's a male and or if there's a man and a woman. And oftentimes, or not oftentimes, but a lot of times I see there's a man who maybe is kind of successful, right? And a woman that they're dating that isn't as successful or hasn't really attained success on their own, in their own right. And what happens a lot of times is when that woman becomes empowered and starts to actually feel like, their dreams are actually attainable, what happens a lot of times is that men can be very bitter at that. That should be studied. Like, it's a real thing where men become bitter of women. And this is the type of energy that they're pushing away. So they wanted me to say that because this is someone who's not as supportive as they maybe try to be, like, oh, you can do anything, but it's coming across as someone who secretly wants you to not. It's like they encourage you to do good, but just as long as you don't do better than me, is what that's feeling. And it's just people who are scared of the potential that they already notice within you. Next color we got is Ready, Set, Go. Yeah, I almost feel like within the start of New Year, this is when you're going to start seeing some changes. Because this is already happening. Like, they're also showing me the Ten of Swords, so I have to say once again, the old cycle, the tough cycle is coming to a close. And it almost seems like Spirit is already saying, like, it's time. It's time. So I don't think you have to go within the new year for long periods of time without seeing some movements happening with this. we have curiosity. And it reads, start a project related to something you're curious about. Yeah. Definitely a new project that I feel like you already have been working on this. For some of you guys, I have to say I am getting entrepreneurship. I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of future entrepreneurs watch are family members of Kenny Terrell. And it's a message that I feel very happy to give, because you got to do what's best for you. And there's been an idea or a dream that has yet to go. It's never going away. Even if you try to focus on something else, it's always there, and it's always there for a reason, because it's meant for you to actually follow through with. So we have springtime. And as I pick up this card, they're showing me the image of the sun card. By springtime, whatever springtime is next springtime for you, by springtime, you're going to be, when it comes to this situation, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your career, when it comes to this project, even when it comes to particular relationships that are instrumental in you becoming abundant, you're going to be the most happiest that you've ever been in a very, 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 very long time. And whatever springtime is for you, you're going to be the most happiest that you've ever been in a very, very long time. Yeah, I just really feel like it's not going to take that long for this to jumpstart for you. Like I said, ready, set, go. And I really don't feel like spring is a long time. But like I said, I know it's international family members, so I don't know. For us here in the States, springtime is the next season. So, yeah. The next card that we have is yes. Now, this is referring to any question that you may have had in your head while watching this particular reading. The answer is yes. This is also confirming that the idea or the project that you had in mind as you watch this video, this is what they're referring to. Yeah, you're feeling, they're showing me also the strength cards. So you're going to be very empowered. You're going to be very in your power, very courageous. And I don't see any naysayers having a toll on you like they did before at all. Because there's reinforcement happening, whether it's from the new people that the universe is bringing in, or the fact that you are seeing success. There's positive reinforcements that are there to really defeat the negativity that it feels like you constantly are being, a victim of. Stability is on its way. Stability is on its way. Now, granted, I do see that this is going to jumpstart quite early within the new year. However, it does not mean that there are not going to be any bumps in the road, or it's going to be an easy ride. So remember that as well. But stability is coming for you. They're being very tight-lipped about the love life, though. They're being very tight-lipped about that. Yeah. They're not really going to talk about the love life, but it's in the midst as well. It just seems that the priority is attaining your stability, attaining your abundance. That's what the priority is for your spirit team. Which, honestly, that's how it should be. But they're just love around, like romantic love is what I'm referring to. But they're being very tight-lipped about that. The last card that we have is Of course. Money path. Of course. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. I'm happy for you guys. I really am. Probably one of my favorite piles because I understand what a lot of you guys who picked this pile are going through, and I understand how hard it is to really remain faithful or even true to who you are, because there's constant people in your ear, or just maybe even the pressure of time, of not being successful when you had planned to be. But the next year is really going to be a different story for you. And I think there is going to be, even though I feel like a lot of you guys are doing the projects or you're in the actual field already, there may be some minor tweaks, or it's going to be relevant to what you're already doing, what you already love, but there may be some minor tweaks in order to ensure success. And that may be something that the people that the universe are bringing towards you they will help with or provide. If I'm being honest, the advice that I feel like they're giving you is kind of like, just wait and see, really. I don't really feel like you have to put more effort than you already have been doing. So, get excited. Stay optimistic. So with that being said, I'm going to end your reading right there, pile number 2. I hope that it was enjoyable, and I hope that it resonated. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I'm wishing you guys a happy, amazing new year, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Pile number 3, my lovely number 3s. This is for those who pick the green adventuring stone. We're about to find out what is going to be the first major blessing of the new year. Let's begin, baby. There's pile number 3. You're not ready. You're not ready. The first card that we have is the Queen of Wands. I love this energy to start off this reading with. Queen of Wands, baby. Here we go. We also got 8 of Swords in reverse. Love this energy because it's in reverse. The 9 of Cups. What? If that didn't make anything better, we also have the Ace of Pentacles, baby. This is prosperity is beginning for you. We have number 32, music. We also have explore your options. Can you focus? Thank you. We also have share. Okay. We also have get some exercise. I hate this card, but it's usually relevant, and it is relevant. But I hate this card. We also have the situation will approve. And this card I will get into later. Pile number 3, I'm cheesing because you're about to be cheesing in the new year. You won't, not to say that it's not going to be any type of challenges that you're going to meet, but I almost feel like everything's going to be so good to the point where nothing, like, you could be like, oh, my car broke down. Doesn't matter. My bank account still got millions. Like, I almost feel like that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, even the bad things that come your way won't make a dent in your happiness. Huge wish fulfillment in regards to career, finances. Huge wish fulfillment when it comes to that. You're being blessed with the golden opportunity. And I refer to the golden opportunity as the one career or the profession or the project that you will be a part of that is going to pretty much be your bread and butter, the one that you need in order to fully attain abundance and stability like you've always dreamed of. But you know why? You changed your energy recently. And what I mean by that is that you could have been in the dumps, like emotionally, in the abyss, in despair, hopelessness. I don't know what may have caused it, but I almost feel like there was something within you, or maybe you watched something, maybe you received a message from spirit or source that woke you up and changed it all around. Because I see a more confident person. I see someone who's really not going to take no for an answer when it comes to their goals and their dreams. And you know, sometimes we do go through things that that are not necessarily the most pleasant to go through. However, the result, the product, is what spirit is hoping to make, which is, in this case, the product was you, a more empowered you, a more powerful you. This is also my group who's very magical, and when I say magical, this is the my witches, you know, my warlocks. I'm not talking about Harry Potter either, or Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm talking about like manifestation and people who are manipulators of energies. This is who I'm referring to, and this is really people who've been writing in their books or their journals when it comes to manifestation. This is really a product of this happening for you. And what's funny is that I feel like with this group, it's been a period of nothing happening or feeling like nothing is happening. And then now all of a sudden everything's happening. That's what's going to happen. It's like a switch, it's going to happen. And it's because at the end of the day, there's a lot of factors that comes to play when it comes to manifestation or blessings. And sometimes, you know, maybe a certain company has to get to a certain level before they can even, you know, get to you. Or sometimes, you know, other factors or other people have to be in alignment in order for, you know, you to be aligning with them. You know, there's other things like that. But they're commending, they're giving you applause because you really came out of the abyss of darkness. I almost feel like for some of you guys, it was a dark night of the soul type of experience that you recently had, and you came out shining, more powerful than ever. The Queen of Wands. This is literally when it comes to the court cards, this is the sorceress, this is the witch, but very powerful energy, confident. You know what you're doing, you know what you want, and you know exactly how to get it. If you're not currently in this energy, I do expect this to happen very soon for you, like early into the new year. You will embody this energy, and this is the energy that you're going to need. They're also showing me the image of the Ace of Cups, so I don't know if this is also tied to your actual passions and you attaining emotional fulfillment. Maybe that's also a huge thing, as it should be, but you know, sometimes we don't necessarily consider that. We just look at the money. But I see this opportunity is really going to be something that you really love. And for others, you guys, I'm gonna say it, you guys are looking a lot more sexier, a lot more alluring, a lot more attractive, and I do see maybe even the start of a new love cycle for you. So I see money cycle, a new financial cycle, and for some of you guys, there's also a new love cycle happening to you. But that's because that's your power. You transform from the inside, and it's going to be apparent on the outside. This is some psychic group here. Because before I even can get into the next card, which is 8 of Swords in reverse, they're also showing me images that typically are associated with psychic abilities or just very in tune and very wise this group is. almost feel like in the next year, people are going to ask you, like, how did you do it? Like, the last time I spoke to you, you were at this position, but now you're at this position. Like, how did you do that? But I almost feel like you guys have always known that this was eventually going to happen. You just maybe never knew when. I do see the next year is going to be your year. The Eight of Swords, once again, that dark time, as unpleasant as it may have been, the results were better than your spirit team could have imagined. You really came out like a master, is what they're showing. Like, they're also showing like the Hermit, which is like my spiritual master or advisor. You came out better than what they even imagined you would emerge as. And like I said, if you're not, this is not something that you feel like you have embodied just yet. This is something that's really going to happen. I'm seeing this early in the new year. I would say for the most part, you definitely pulled yourself out of this abyss without the help, with the help of your spirit team, of course. But yes, it was really your own sheer willpower and your own, almost seeing your own, and you became more wise after it. And you've definitely grown spiritually. They're very proud about this. They're very proud of you. Because they know this is like a trial for you. This is a test for you. And you passed with flying colors. Things are now moving forward as planned. Nine of Cups. Needless to say, this is a huge wish of yours coming true. And once again, I do feel like it's a product of your manifestation. And I also feel it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. You may have wrote about this or maybe conjure up this manifestation a long time. But I'm getting the sense that this is not something small. It needed time in order for it to produce within the 3D realm. Yeah, next year I just see you guys sitting pretty on a pile of money. Yeah. Things are now moving forward. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. Once again, manifestation is at play here. Something that you've already put the seeds into the ground for. Maybe even literally, because there are some spells out there that sometimes require you to actually plant something. But this is the golden opportunity that you've been waiting for. A new financial cycle, it's a new job, a new project that you're going to be a part of. Yeah, they're saying that this, it's like your spirit team is almost like, yo, it's been so hard keeping this a secret for you. They're starting to talk like us now. No, honestly, it's for them. They're like very excited of what's to come, especially when they know this is exactly what you've been wanting. So yeah, expect a new job, expect a new offer, expect a resurgence of your pre-existing business of your own, accept new partnerships or deals that are going to change your life. For some of you guys, this is music related. It doesn't have to be, but also I want to say this: music is a tool that Spirit also uses to communicate. So some of you guys have been receiving messages through songs. Sometimes what I used to do, I don't do it as often anymore, but I used to put my music on shuffle, and whatever song plays first, that will be the message that Spirit has for me that day. So maybe some of you guys do that. Yeah, they're telling me at one point you definitely, especially this year, you definitely felt like you lost your way. There were even maybe moments of where you even doubted whether or not maybe spirituality was real, or maybe the universe was real, or God was real. And they're almost saying like, well, you're definitely not going to have any doubts within this new year. Change is coming. This is irreversible, necessary change that's coming for the best, in the best positive way. Some of you guys, this could be music related, of course, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm getting the sense that for the most part, Spirit is communicating with you through music, so pay attention. We also have explore your options. I think this is probably great news for you guys, because some of you guys felt like you had no options. It says it's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Like I said, change is coming in some way, shape, or form. Now, Spirit, I have to tell you that Spirit is trying to make this dream of yours come true in the best possible way. So for some of you guys, it could mean having to deter away from what you felt like would have been the path for you. Like for example, some of you guys thought that maybe you would reach the pinnacle of success by becoming a doctor, when Spirit's like, you're going to reach the pinnacle of success when you actually become an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So be open to that. Be open to this type of change, especially if there's people coming through giving you what feels like helpful advice when it comes to that. And you will be able to tell who's really genuine, and when it comes to giving you advice and really wanting to see you win. Be open to that, okay? They're very adamant about making this happen for you in the new year. They're very adamant. And so they want to remind you to be open to change, okay? We have share. It says when you share, everyone feels happy. I kind of feel like I don't want to really make you scared or really make you, well, you're going to be excited regardless, I feel, but I really feel like you're going to be quite successful next year or within the new year. I really feel like. But with great success comes great responsibilities. So you have to remember, which I'm sure I don't have to remind you, but this is Spirit speaking. So they do want you to still remember that there's a purpose that you have here, and that any event that you do come to a place in your life, whether it's, the new year or the following year, to where you actually have a lot of money, to remember to be in a generous spirit at all times, helping those in need, especially your family or your friends, especially those who actually helped you get to that point. Or, whether it's a charity that you actually feel very passionate or drawn to remember that, okay? I'm getting the sense that your wealth, your success, is not just meant for your own enjoyment. It's also meant to help other people or uplift other people. So you can be somewhat of a, I don't want to say savior, but something like that for other people, okay? We also get some exercise. Yes, I do hate this card, but the card indicates that there's a change. There's been a change in energy. You've done that. Yeah, there's been a change. And it was the best thing that could have happened to you. Now, maybe how we got to that change wasn't the most pleasant to go through, but the results, you're a brand new person, and I know you feel it. You may not see what's happening, but you feel it. You're a brand new person. And this is the type of energy that Spirit wanted you to be in as we go into this new year. I see passion within you, and I also see an offer coming through very fast for you. Because they're showing me the image of the Knight of Wands, which is, it's not as fast as the Knight of Swords, but still pretty fast. And this is an offer that comes from people who are passionate as you would feel like they're as passionate as you. They want you to win. They actually believe in your vision and believe in what you're doing. And we have the situation will improve. I think now you have an easier time in believing that this is actually the case versus maybe a few weeks before or a month before. And I do feel like at least you intuitively feel like things are about to change for you. And they will in the new year. I just don't think you expect how drastic the change is going to be, because it's drastic. But like I said, in the best possible way. And the last card that we have is, dun dun dun, what is this one? We have a younger woman. It says dealings or relationship with a younger woman. And obviously this could be you, doesn't have to be. This could be someone in relation to your financial goals, your career goals. For the most part, I feel like it's you guys. And to me, once again, you don't have to be a younger woman. This could just be like a younger person. And you don't have to be, this doesn't have to do with age either. But this could also just be in like naivete or just an experience. There's been a lot of growth. And this is really what Spirit wants to leave you off with. It's like a standing ovation. They're commending you for the growth that you achieve, and they know, and they're actually apologizing. They know what you've been through was not the easiest, but as a result, you're stronger than ever, more powerful than ever, and I see that you're actually a lot more closer to Source than you ever were. This is a healing for you as well. And in the new year, you're finally going to be able to see this change of yours finally make it into the 3D realm. You're just going to be quite surprised of how huge and how drastic this change is. So, congratulations. This is probably my favorite pile for sure. Because this is literally, you did the work, you did the inner work, you did the shadow work, you did all the things that you were supposed to do. And now it's time to reap the rewards. So, many blessings to you in the new year. Thank you so much for the support that you've given Kenny Tarot within this past year. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I'm wishing you a happy new year, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is that? Pile number 4. This is for those who picked the clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out what is going to be your first major blessing of the new year. The cards that they gave us are, we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Excuse me. We also have the 2 of Cups in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands. We have number 5, Wisdom. This is also the Hierophant. So that's Taurus energy. We also have number 78. This is Spiritual Career. We also have watch your thoughts. Okay. We also have grandparent. We have love life. Remain positive. And this card I will get into later. So pile number 4. For you. First of all, I feel like this is a group for sure that has a very hard time being single. Has a very hard time with them being, their own person. This could maybe be because maybe you've always lived a life in which you've always been with someone. So I would have to say there's a major shift happening when it comes to you being independent and you being very comfortable and accustomed to that type of life. It's not to say that no one's coming your way when it comes to romance, but it does seem that your spirit team is really more focused on you achieving this first. I feel like for this group, there could have been a very significant relationship that you were a part of, or maybe you are currently a part of, and it's kind of on its way out. And I almost get like you guys learned all you could. Like at this point, I almost feel like it's going to be resolved amicably. Like, I feel like both parties are feeling the same way. And I almost feel like the indication is that it's time to let go as well, because the next stage in life, it's all about independence. It's all about you establishing that, and for the most part, financial independence. I feel like there's a part of you that you've been ignoring, and I have to say, maybe if you've been single for a very long time, this is the reason, because they kind of don't want any distraction from this. Okay? Yeah, I just feel like it's just really hard for you to even, and that's gonna be a hill that you're gonna have to get over. Because the theme for you in 2022, even though that's not the question, or the theme for the new year for you, is independence, and you being happy and content in that independence, you establishing that independence. And ironically though, I actually see a lot of people around you, like I almost feel like the people in this group have a big, huge spirit team, but also I see support coming through, pouring in for you, physical support in the next year. So you're not going to be alone, but at the same time, you will be self-sufficient all on your own. And that may be something new for you. That may be something scary for you. But this is the next chapter for you. Okay? So let's get into it. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This is talking about letting go. This is letting go on something that I've been holding on to for dear life. For some of you guys, I don't feel like it's a marriage too, for some of you guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never been married in my life. But I'm personally just not a fan of people marrying and staying within marriages just for the sake of that. Maybe for the sake of being embarrassed, or maybe for the sake of religion, which I know a lot of couples like that though. That's the thing. It's like, this is a common misconception that people have when it comes to marriage. It's like, there's no such thing as divorce. Or even if this is not even a marriage, maybe if it feels like a marriage, it could be for those of you guys who've been in a relationship with a high school sweetheart and you're now in your 30s, or or, someone else who's been like a long-term relationship. And I don't even feel like I'm holding on to this relationship, not because I love this person, but because I almost feel like it's all I have right now. Or I don't want to prove everyone right that we weren't going to make it. And these are some of the things that I feel a lot of you guys are letting go, and rightfully so. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. I would have to say the person that they're referring to, that I feel a lot of you guys will be leaving from, is this person's coming across like a King of Pentacles type of energy, but more of the shadow aspects. So I'd be like King of Cups in reverse. So we're getting someone who's very rigid in the way that they think, in the way that they behave, unchanging. This is someone who always thinks they're right. And it's not to say that they are not right, but the thing is, they're not considering your feelings or your points. Also, this is someone who, if they have some form of wealth or money, this is someone who maybe uses that to their advantage. Like, for example, if this is someone that you depend on financially, this is someone who will, it's not unconditional when they help you out in the financial department. It's not unconditional. There's conditions, there's catches, and for them it's a form of control. This was a soulmate though. This was a soulmate of yours, but it wasn't one of those soulmates in which it's going to be happily ever after. It's more so there's an important lesson that you'll gain from this. And I do feel like it's really it has to do with independence. The only other example, if you don't have an ex at all, is that this could be like a father figure or someone who is, it feels very male energy, by the way, like masculine energy. But the only other example is like someone who's like a figure or a father figure who, could not necessarily be supporting you in a way that they should, like unconditionally. And so that could be the task for you, is letting go of this person, regardless if it's a family member or not. Sometimes we gotta do what's best for us, regardless of who they are. But I do see for the majority of you guys, this is really like an ex or someone who's about to be an ex. There's no other way to go around it. We have 10 of Wands. It's just draining. And on top of that, it's, once again, I feel you guys have been succumbing to the pressures of society. Like sometimes society places, oh, you got to be married at this time, or you got to be rich at this time, you got to be successful, you got to have it together by this time. And that's so untrue. I'm also getting for you, it's, in regards to this relationship that some of you guys are in or have dismissed, it's almost as if the love has dried out. Does that make sense? The love has dried. Maybe, yeah, I'm talking about romantic love has dried out. And we're kind of just in here. We're still together only for the sake of, of time. Like maybe we've been together for so long. Like when people tell me, oh yeah, we've been together for 20 years, I'm not impressed. I mean, that's a great feat. That's a great achievement, I guess. But what I mean is that that's not enough alone to really impress me and to say that, yo, okay, this is a relationship that's thriving. It's just a relationship that's made it to a significant, I guess, a milestone, which is time, but at the same time, it's like, how is the connection? What's going on between you two? Like, how do you benefit from this connection? Like, what other things that you guys are growing and learning about each other that are beneficial to you as a couple and as individuals? Like, what are the other aspects about this relationship that makes it great and worthwhile for you to last for 20 plus years? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting for a lot of you guys are just in it just because, and you know you're not necessarily invested emotionally in this connection anymore. So what's happening is that your attention is being shifted to something else. Because we learned the lesson that we could, and I think at the very moment, it's like, if I have to be in this connection and have to maybe sacrifice maybe some of my dreams or goals or just feel less of an individual, then this relationship is not worth being in. And for you guys, it's about, this is the end of a cycle, a tough cycle, and it feels burdensome for a lot of you guys. It's a 10 of Wands here. And we're releasing a lot of things. And maybe this will happen, you know, during the beginning of of the new year, but I do feel like a lot of you guys, this is something that you are releasing before this year is finished. Yeah, it's going to feel like a brand new life for you, because I almost feel like a lot of you guys have yet to explore life as an individual, and they want that for you, and your spirit team want that for you very much. We have number 5. This is wisdom. This is the Hierophant card. Needless to say, you definitely learned a lot. However, there's something here when it comes to you and what's next for you. I kind of feel like you don't even realize who you are, and don't feel ashamed, because a lot of people don't. That requires discovery, and that requires a lot of work. But I feel like you're definitely on the path to discovering who you are. And I think when you do, you're going to discover that you could be I'm seeing someone who's quite spiritual. I'm seeing like a spiritual leader or a spiritual master of some sort. And I also feel like followers are going to come to you. There's a new path that's opening that's really going to enlighten you. And I think you're going to discover what it is that you really truly want to do within the new year. And I think it has to do with it's like you're the face. Like, you could be like a company, but you're the face. You're the people that, or you're the person that people see and are drawn to. Like, I'm getting that type of dynamic where you are the shepherd and their sheeps. Not in a disrespectful way, but what I mean is that you're going to have a lot of, you're going to have a following of some sort, I feel. You're going to be, and I think this is also going to help you realize who you are, the amazing person that you are. You're going to feel loved. And it's not to say you need this, but this is just what I'm seeing of what's next, or at least what's opening up for you. I just feel like you're going to definitely put your heart and your love into something else. And this could be a project, or this could be a career, or this could be a new passionate idea that you have. But I do feel like there's a hint of spirituality with this card, or you're meant to be like somewhat of a leader. And because it's next to this card, which is the next card, spiritual career, number 78. I'm getting that this is a dream of yours, and you never actually put the effort or much effort into it. Like, it's a dream of yours to really have maybe a following or be loved in a grand scheme, and that's, you shouldn't feel ashamed by that, because that's not by coincidence that you would have that desire. But yeah, it could very much well be spiritual career. You could be doing what I'm doing, or any aspects within that. If not, this is definitely you aligning to your purpose and who you are on the soul level within the next year. But there's definitely heavily career based, spiritual based, and also leadership type of energy coming from you. And I almost feel like any situation, especially if it was a relationship that is on its way out, it was preventing this from happening, this evolution from happening, because you're kind of meant to be a little bit above than what you currently are. And if you don't realize that now, it's something that you're going to be realizing within the new year. Now we have watch your thoughts. There's a heavy emphasis within this group that it's a hard time for you to really stay positive and to remain optimistic about the future. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it has to do with the fact that you're single, or maybe a single for a very long period of time. And I have to tell you, either now or then, or now or later, you're going to realize that relationships are not everything. I'm talking about romantic relationships. Romantic relationships are not everything. Yes, it's nice, and yes, it's something that you can still wish for and strive for. However, you should still be comfortable with you as an individual. This period is going to be, I don't know if there's going to be a relationship that you're going to actually be in within the new year that is greater than what you've already been dealt with. But what I do know is that you are going to be in a position to where you're going to feel more happy with who you are as an individual and as a person, which will make you far more prepared to attract, or more attracted to a person or another person who's vibrating on that same type of level. That way, you guys are kind of both benefiting from a relationship, and there's reciprocation that's happening versus that lopsided love that you were used to, or that you experienced in the past. But this card is indicating that your thoughts have power, and your thoughts have a direct correlation to your reality. If you don't believe any of this is going to happen, then like Spirit's almost like, yo, okay, then what else do you want? You know what I mean? Like, you have to believe this first and foremost. Now, granted, sometimes things will happen as a surprise in your life when it comes to good things. But overall, there still should be a glimmer of hope. There should be some trust and faith. Even if you feel like nothing's happening around you, or just darkness around you, there still should be a glimmer of faith and hope. I feel like some of you guys are still trying to get out of that, and you will. You know why you will? You have help. You have help on the other side, for sure. I do feel like this group has a huge spirit team, but there's one person in particular. This could be a grandparent figure. I do feel like this person has passed on already, but doesn't have to be. But this is someone who's coming across like a mentor. This is someone that's very adamant about making your manifestation come true. Very adamant. And so they're very instrumental on the other side in making these dreams come to fruition for you. They're very adamant, and it's almost as if they're not going to rest until they see this happening for you. Yeah. This person is also saying that there's a new opportunity that's going to come. It's going to be an opportunity at which you are going to feel, they're saying very passionate, but they're showing me the Ace of Wands, which also speaks about passion. It could be a creativity project. It could be a passion project. It could be something that's very unique or innovative. It's going to be something new that's happening within the new year. I'm getting within the beginning of New Year that it's going to light your fire, because your fire has been a little bit dim for some time. But I do feel like it's strongly related to your career or financial independence, first and foremost. The next card that we have is love life. One thing that they also want to say, especially this person, you are meant to have a very enriching and fulfilling love life in this incarnation. You're meant to have that. There's no doubt about that. And that's something that you probably already know. However, it isn't the first thing on the bucket list, on the list of things to do for the new year. It isn't the first thing. They're really showing me, it feels like it's, your love life is behind, like, the pinnacle of your love life, the version of your love life that you've been wanting. It's behind a door that can only be unlocked by your success. It's not to say that you're not going to have experience of romances here and there, but I'm talking about the big, the one or the huge soulmate that's going to be with you for the rest of this journey. I feel like that relationship in particular is locked. Like, you could even meet this person even before you reach a level of success that you feel financially independent. You may meet this person before that, but I feel like the love won't click until success has been achieved. They're intertwined that way, but that's only because your spirit team is very adamant in making sure that this goal happens of yours. So please don't take offense. Please don't be sad about that, because this doesn't mean that there aren't going to be other experiences or other romantic connection that you're going to experience. But I have to say, there is a huge chance that there's going to be other connection that you're going to be a part of. But I'm talking like the big one. I see that being locked behind a door. And the only key that will open it is your success, your financial independence. So I have to say, in the next year, there's a huge emphasis on career. But this love life of yours is already ordained. There's a huge significant soulmate that's already in the works for you. They keep saying, like, for you, it's your success is going to be the magnet to this connection. So I kind of feel like this person that's coming, or that's going to be the one for you, is going to be quite successful themselves as well. And that may be something that you guys both relate to. This person's really focused on their career as well, so you should be as well. The next card that we have is remain positive. Once again, more affirmations and more indications that it's a tough world out there for you. But I hate to sound like this, or I hate to say this, but you are literally, it's about perspective. And you have to look at your situation currently, no matter where and what stage of life that you're currently in. You have to look at your current situation and find the joy and find the happiness in that. Whether it's going out to eat or going hanging out with friends. Speaking of which, as soon as I said that, they showed me the Three of Cups. So I do feel like there's going to be people that are going to come towards you. There's going to be people coming towards you that are kind of on the same wavelength of you. Yeah, that's going to help you maintain this positivity that you need. Yeah. I see at least two people coming towards you that could be like your next best friends or your next business partner that you guys really, skyrocket an idea that you have. But yeah, overall, pile number 4, there's a heavy emphasis on financial independence, contentment on your own singlehood. I also see a career focus year for you, and I also see a very spiritual career, or not spiritual career. It could be a spiritual career, it doesn't have to be, but more so like I see you being a little bit more in tune with spirituality in some way, shape, or form. This person right here, it's almost like they see things differently now, and so it's almost like they're trying to prevent their mistakes that they've done while they were living from happening to you. They see things differently now. And so because of this newfound knowledge, they want to bestow upon you so that you can actually be on the right path instead of having to fall for the same mistakes that they did. The last card that we have, sorry, this is becoming a little bit more longer, but they wanted to speak to you very bad, so gotta let them talk. The last card that we have is Lion, time to act. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like this group right here, you've been in the dumps for too long. You've been in the abyss for too long, and they're not trying to invalidate how you feel, but because obviously your spirit team knows what's on the other side of this, what's coming, and so they're trying to make you assure of yourself that things are going to get better. And for some of you guys, it's a mirror, just maybe you guys being more positive, or you actually taking a walk to the park, or something like this. Like these small baby steps are going to really help you attain a more positive outlook on life. But I also feel like there could be a project or an idea that you've been putting on the back burner, and they're kind of suggesting you to work on that. Even if things are not necessarily perfect, the time is now. Because they're making me feel like the end of this tough cycle is over before the new year. So, because we do have the number 10 here, as in 10 of Wands. So try not to stress out about it. I know being a human in this experience is tough. However, you are so loved and you're supported. And there's going to be some support as well in the 3D that you'll be able to feel. But next year, you're definitely going to be well on your way. So, with that being said, have an amazing, happy new year. Thank you so much for all the support in this past year. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time.